Hey Scorpio, welcome to your general reading for the very end of September. And I did a deep love read last week. I'm still gonna mention love, but I'm also gonna be working in money, career, family, all the other things that make up life. So let's start by pulling Lenormand, and then we'll just pull cards and see where it brings us. Okay, and messages for our Scorpio friends. We're starting with Scorpio because Mercury is going to be entering into you guys during this week. It's going to be going retrograde, so I want to give our beautiful Scorpio brothers and sisters any sort of heads up in any area that they may need. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to start with the sun. Remember, Lenormand is different than regular tarot, guys. The moon. We have the sun and the moon. Those are two beautiful consecutive energies. And we have the coffin. We have the mask. We have the ruby ring. Wow, we got a lot of stuff going on here, Scorpio. There's a lot of self-growth. There's some money stuff. Somebody very patiently waiting. This is, if you are a female Scorpio, this could be your partner, if you have a male partner. If you are a female Scorpio in partner with someone, this would still represent your partner who's female. This would still represent your partner. If you're a male Scorpio, this could be you, or if you're in a same-sex relationship, this can be you or a significant male in your life. But this is a very patient, somebody patiently waiting. Being called to pull two more right now. So no, I can't pull two more. I have to pull another couple because we don't end on that. Okay. All right. Good. Wow, this is a heavy message, so let's just get right into it. We have the sun, which is about illumination, and the sun illuminates the moon, which is the emotions. So something is coming to light for you. Something is coming to light that's going to incite the ending of a cycle, if that makes sense for you. So there's going to be an ending of a cycle here for you guys, having to do with taking the mask off. I mean, I just feel like somebody's wearing a mask. So, I have to tell you, I feel like we're entering, and you guys who've been watching me know, I really don't swear. I'm not a big swearer. I'm just not. But it's like we are entering like the no bullshit season. Like Scorpio, you guys are all about like no bullshit. You want to try to bullshit me? Awesome. Give it your best shot, because you do see through most people. That's why you guys are the sign of the investigator, of the psychologist, of, anyone who's got to go in and dig underneath and illuminate, right? Because your modern ruler is Pluto. So all about something coming to light here. Now, I'm being called to say this too, because you guys you have this crazy stellium going on in your third house, but Saturn's going to be going direct during this time. So, and this is where you're going to have some sort of breakthrough. And the third house works opposite the ninth house, which is belief system, right? And so I feel like there's some sort of illumination of a belief system that you've been at odds with somebody. Somebody's mask is falling off, but it's falling off as something is ending, though. There's illumination. The sun is illuminating feelings. This epiphany is going to happen. Something's going to end. And somebody's belief system that has not been really serving you, or maybe it's your own belief system, hasn't been best serving you the best way. But what I love about this is that whatever is coming to light, whatever is being realized, whatever is being learned here is really going to be good for you, because the ruby is all about a solid foundation. You guys know, I always say, like, back in the day, they used to put rubies in the foundation of buildings when they wanted them to be long-lasting and very strong in structure, right? So this could absolutely have to do with love, but it has to do with money as well. So there's something that you're coming to the realization with, Scorpio. It could be that the way that you've been living, the job that you've been doing, the relationship that you're in, some sort of situation that's being perpetuated in your family, that you're realizing this epiphany comes, there's an ending, and then there's this realization that someone or something has not been everything that you thought. Or maybe you're in a space where you're reevaluating your own sense of self, and this could certainly be it, because you're getting ready, right? Energetically, you're getting ready now, right? You're going into pre-shadow of Mercury going retrograde in your sign, in your first house of self. So a lot of you guys are going to be doing some serious thinking, because what does Mercury rule? Gemini, the thinker. right? And Virgo, who's just in charge of like critical analysis and mental health, right? So a lot of you guys might be realizing things that you're involved in that aren't serving you anymore. And for some of you, it can very well be that you're realizing that maybe you haven't been serving yourself, that maybe you've been obsessing or you've been, allowing something to go on that really isn't serving you. And you're moving into a space where you're like, you know what? It really is time for me to do something that's better for me. And that really, I mean, that sounds so simple, but that's really what it is. Because at the same time, you guys do have Mars retrograde in your 6th house. And while the 6th house rules work and day-to-day environment, it also rules our health, mental, physical, and emotional. So I do get this feeling that you guys are doing a lot of soul cleansing, a lot of decision making. There's going to be a lot of frustrations that are going on in these areas having to do with your day-to-day experience. But then we get this idea of patience. There's this patience here, right? It's this idea of patience, put in what you have to put in, and recognizing. Now, for many of you, we have the cross here. The cross is about redemption, right? It's the Christ card where Christ, was nailed to the cross for our sins as a way of redeeming us, right? So it's bearing the burden of somebody else's sins, somebody else's issues, somebody else's addictions, irresponsibilities, bad behavior, poor choices, and you having to bear the brunt of it. For some of you, you may be responsible for all those things and someone else may have to bear the brunt of it at that point. But what happens is, what I like, regardless of where it happens, it sort of doesn't even matter because I see these epiphanies happening. And as these epiphanies happening, we have this labyrinth energy, which I really like because this is about not giving up and trying different strategies until something actually works, right? It's just like being in a labyrinth. It's like, let's go down that road. Nope, that doesn't work. Let's go down this road. And eventually it will work. And eventually you're going to find something that you really love. This could be a relationship. This could be a leveling up in your relationship where you guys find each other again and you reestablish the foundation if you've been apart. Many of you may be finding new love here. Some of you may be finding a job that you really love, that you really resonate with, or at least you doing your job differently in a different way, with a different approach that really, really speaks to you, where you're feeling like you're jiving in that metaphorical home space, and it's going to bring you a strong foundation. We have the home card here. So there's definitely going to be a release. There's an epiphany. There's this recognition that you have been in this space of, like, first of all, there's no doubt that something's ending. There's an epiphany and there's an ending. And there's a realization that something is not what it's been seeming like, or you've been realizing that you haven't been your full authentic self, whatever it is, right? But it's the cross card that's painful but positive, because there is this opportunity for redemption. So this could be a redemption of a relationship, redemption of some sort of situation with a job. But the thing is here, it's got to be, the illumination has to have integrity. It can't be fake. You know what I'm saying? I swear I'm never going to do that again. Oh, yeah, no, I'm in this 100% with you, whatever. No, you have to make sure that they're walking their talk. You know what I mean? So that's what's going on there. Yeah. All right. So let's, with those messages as a little bit of a blueprint for what we're going to be going into, let's pull some crystal visions. We'll lay them up. Okay. Going to start, okay, where you're at right now. Challenge. Okay, the near future. And the final outcome. Okay. You know what, let me pull another, I'm going to actually pull another row. Let's just pull another row all the way around. So we get better messages that way, because since when is life so single layered? Never, right? Never, ever, ever. I hope you guys are doing well. Those of you in California, I hope you're hanging in. My family in California moved back a couple of days ago. Get out of the smoke. Okay, my friends, so let's see where we're at right now. Two of Pentacles, Four of Wands. Four of Wands, nice card, strong foundation. You know, it's about celebrating family, friends, reunions. So some of you may be having a reunion. Some of you may be in a space where you're establishing a firm foundation in a job. Establishing a firm foundation in a relationship. This can also be, this is also one of the honeymoon cards. Sorry, bring those a little closer so you can see them. Okay, but really good. No, it's working with the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles is two choices, multitasking, weighing many options right now, Scorpio. So you may be in a space of weighing, should I, take this employment or get into this, switch career tracks, level up within the area that you're in, open a business, not open a business, take a business partner, not take one, being in this space of trying to figure out if you want to actually sign up for a particular course or a webinar or something to level up your knowledge in a particular field. For many of you, you may be in a space of trying to decide between two different individuals within a relationship. Should you stay? Should you go? What should you do? Some of you may be needing to decide, you're in a space where you're trying to make a decision whether you want to move, whether you should stay, right? Because you do have these third house energies going on, and the third house does rule your neighborhood. It also rules your siblings, communication, things that you would be learning. So I do feel like whatever decisions that you're making right now, you're ultimately really focused on creating a new kind of firm foundation. Because the Four of Wands is kind of young, right? It's a 4, right? So but I love it though, right? I mean, because it's Jupiter in Libra. And Jupiter expands whatever it's in, and Libra is ruled by Venus, and it's about, really expanding what you value. You're very focused on expanding what you value right now. But at the same time, you're also doing a lot of inner work. So it's a very interesting energy that I'm getting. And then we have the Nine of Wands and the Two of Cups. So, okay. All right, so look, we have the Nine of Wands here, which is about keeping and maintaining boundaries and feeling very, very persistent in something. And then we have the Two of Cups, which is about romantic love. It's also about partnership, proposal, marriage. Now, a Two of Cups could also be a proposal of a business idea. This could also have to do with, joining forces with colleagues at work. This could also have to do with restructuring your work environment. So maybe you're working at home and you're going to be going back to the office or vice versa. Restructuring something at work, right? But it's this proposal to do something new at work, but where there's somebody else involved, right? So if it has to do with career, that's definitely indicative of that. This could certainly be for some of you an actual new job offer that's coming in, right? That's going to end up bringing you money, and that's going to really speak to your heart space. Having to do with relationship, though, this is indicative of partnership, proposal, marriage, reconnecting on a very deep level. And I'm especially getting that because it's working with the Nine of Wands, because the Nine of Wands is an older energy, I do have to say. It's a little older, where there's some history here, right? So it's keeping and maintaining boundaries, being persistent. You can't be persistent in something that you haven't been in. Now, for those of you who are single, you may be in this space where you're not losing hope. And if you not losing hope is actually going to bring you the gift of Two of Cups. Because I know a lot of you guys are probably like, I'm tired of trying and, feeling like there are no... I'm not even going to say there are no good people, because I'm not getting that you feel like that, but anybody that you feel like gets you in the way that you really want to be gotten. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the energy that I'm getting. So I feel like that's where you're at right now. Really focus on this firm foundation, and then dealing with this deepening of a partnership or this connection within in the first place, or this deepening of a connection within the workspace, like things being figured out for you. So it depends on, or, this could even have to do with a family connection, to be honest, a friendship connection as well. So the energies of that we're going to discuss having to do with your challenges, we have the Three of Cups and the Hermit. So listen, the Hermit might be a challenge the Hermit's a challenge for everybody right now, right? Because this is about going within for clarity. Right? It's a quest for personal truth and spiritual illumination. And that's not a very easy energy. You would think, well, Scorpio is so sensitive and it's a water sign, so there should be this natural introspection because Pluto is your modern ruler, right? I mean, you guys are great, again, at the bullshit meter. You guys are great at getting to the heart of a matter, getting to the truth of things, all of that stuff. But it's a little harder for Scorpios to get that level of honest, like within themselves. It's just part of the archetype, and we're all like that wherever a Scorpio is, right? So this can be a little bit of a challenge for you because you are going to be doing a lot of growth right now. You just are. I mean, with this, again, with the Mars retrograde happening in your 6th house, it's not only about physical health. Some of you, it is going to be physical health, but it's emotional, mental, right? And it works opposite the 12th house, which is that deep space, that deep house of illumination, and where the veil is very thin, and it's the most creative energy, and it's where we get lost in ourselves. So I feel like that can be a little bit of a struggle for you. And we have the 3 of Cups energy. Now, it can be because of some sort of friendship or some sort of maybe you're feeling a lack of a circle of support in the way that you would like, or maybe the support within a relationship and a connection is not exactly what you would like, or it's at least not exactly what you think it could be or should be right now, in your own personal opinion. You know, so this could be the challenge. Because this is a very light, very energetic, very celebratory vibe, but this is in your challenge position with the Hermit energy. So some of you also might be feeling a little lonely right now, you know? I mean, maybe because of the pandemic, or maybe like you're not working the way you normally do, where you don't have that normal engagement, and that's really getting to you, you know? It could definitely be getting to you, understandable. And then we have the Death card reverse and the 8 of Pentacles. So the Death reverse is about stagnation and inertia, and something that you were really hoping for. And again, now this is in your challenge, so this isn't necessarily real, though it can be. Something that you are hoping for, like it being destroyed, or you might feel very stuck, like you really want to move forward in something, but you're feeling very stuck. Well, welcome to retrograde season, even though I have to tell you, I just do feel like you're going to be feeling some reprieve in the 3rd house energy in communication, right? There's going to be this lifting of your communication, of your ability to learn, of your ability to maybe if you've been at odds with your siblings or your extended family, things are going to start to take a different turn. Things are going to you're just going to start to have a different perspective on your neighborhood. You know, all of these things could be going on as a result of you reevaluating your belief system and what it is that you're really seeing, right, for yourself. Now, that's working with the 8 of Pentacles energy. So the 8 of Pentacles is all about mastering a craft in something. So some of you, yes, exactly, right, because now I'm talking about this 3rd house, and the 3rd house in Gemini. Gemini is the student. That's where a lot of mastering comes in, mastering a craft, yeah. So yeah, I feel like a lot of you might be feeling this, feeling very stuck in stagnation because you're really wanting to master something. So let me explain how this could come out. This could actually be literally mastering your craft, enjoying your employment. So some of you guys may feel super stagnant, like you're not enjoying your employment, and that is the challenge here, very literally, right? Keeping it to the Pentacles, meaning money and career. But Pentacles also indicates emotional, mental, and physical connection. So in that way, it could be the desire to really master the relationship, to master the communication, to master the connection, to get in front of what the issue is, and to just look at it once and for all. And this could be where you're feeling rather stagnant, where it's like you want something so bad with an individual, either intimately, friendship, family connection, but you can't seem to figure out really what exactly is the issue. Is it you? Is it them? Is it a little bit of both of you? It probably is, but then what the hell does that even mean? You know, and so it could certainly be a frustrating kind of energy in your challenge. But let's see the near future. Okay, the near future outcome. We have the Knight of Cups and the 8 of Wands. Man, I love these. These are fabulous. 8 of Wands, Mercury in Sagittarius. I'm digging this. This is my favorite. This is my favorite minor arcana, right? Because this is speed, action, quick changes, news coming in, positive news coming in. That's going to incite almost a frenetic kind of change. That's going to be, okay, now we're going to do this, and we're going to do that, and we're going to do this. And it's like where you have been feeling this sort of harness pulling you back. it's going to be released, or at least it's going to be loosened in a way where you're going to start to be able to feel some kind of forward momentum, Scorpio. So that's really nice. And then we have the Knight of Cups energy, which is all about a prince or princess, charming, romance, proposals. If it has to do with intimacy, if it has to do with a job, this can indicate meeting somebody, going on an interview, and you just really connecting with the person and you getting the job. This could be you having a realization, feeling like this epiphany and move to open up a new kind of business, getting into something different, that where you're like, I can't believe I'm just thinking of this now, that this idea is resonating so deeply with my soul. How did I not think about this before? So a lot of you guys are going to be feeling these things coming to you, but this is entirely positive, because whatever it is, whatever proposal's coming in, whether it's as an epiphany, as a real proposal in the 3D, be it a job, be it a person having to do with a relationship, friendship, family connection, it's going to incite quick change, which is really nice. Now, that's not to say, for example, somebody calls you up and like, I just realized I love you. Let's get married in 5 minutes. No, this is going to put everything in motion. Same thing with the job, right? Everything's going to be like, the balls are going to start to roll forward in your favor. Now that's working with the Emperor with the Five of Wands. You know what? So what? The Five of Wands. Okay. I mean, this is all about rivalry and challenges and obstacles. Okay. You know, the Five of Wands, really, you have to look at it as like having a battle of the wills, because it's Saturn and Leo. And whenever Saturn is hanging out with Leo, Leo really wants to, Leo's a fire sign and just wants to, and it's a very me-based energy. So it's like you want to move forward and you want to do what you want to do. You have a picture, an image in your mind's eye for the relationship, for this business, whatever it is. And it makes so much perfect sense to you. But then you have this restriction. And the restriction might be another person that you're dealing with. It might be something in society that you're dealing with. But where you're feeling this battle of the will, like feeling this kind of restriction for the moment, because you're, as the Emperor, you're all about it, right? The Emperor is like, come on, let's go, right? This is a leadership energy. It rules Aries, where Mars rules Aries, right? So this is like an Aries-Mars energy, which is all about a fresh perspective, a new path, wanting to throw caution to the wind, feeling really confident, and feeling very self-assured as you jump in forward into something. Now, you might not be thinking about all of the minutia, like on the other side of whatever it is, this thing. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, let's say you have a fire in your belly to open up a business, and you're like, yeah, I just need this amount of money. As I always tell everybody, because I had my own business in Manhattan for 10 years. I always tell everybody, when you're starting your own business, figure out the amount that you need and always add at least 10 to 20 grand, because it's always more. So this is that kind of energy. It's just a mundane example, but it's that kind of energy where you have this fabulous idea to do something within the relationship, to move to this place, to open this business, to whatever it is. And it's good, and it's good. It's all really good. But getting the Emperor energy tells me that you might not be thinking long term, so you just want to do that. Doesn't mean it's going to go badly at all, but you just might be doing yourself a favor, and then really thinking kind of long term, other side of the actual change itself. Now, what is all this going to result in? The Hangman with the Ten of Pentacles. Well, those are two kind of interesting energies to get together. So the Hangman is a Neptune energy, and Neptune is the rule of the 12th house, and it's very kind of, I always say, it's like trying to look at life through a foggy window, like a thick fog or a dirty window. But the Hangman is about wisdom, and it's about self-sacrifice and getting a different perspective, and getting this now with the Ten of Pentacles. This is a really nice energy, because Ten of Pentacles is all about leaving a legacy. Some of you may actually be retiring right now. Some of you may be in a situation where you're gaining some sort of inheritance. Others of you may be in a situation where you're either about to ask someone for their hand in marriage, or you're about to be asked for your hand in marriage. Others of you may be even purchasing some sort of property, business, something like that, where you're getting some sort of help, some sort of practical, pragmatic help, or you're wanting help, perhaps from a family member, and it actually going well. and it going well. But as you're doing this, you're gaining this wisdom. You're understanding the certain level of self-sacrifice that's necessary to make something work. And it's all, you're doing all of this through this new perspective, right? This new perspective. There's a level of patience here, which I very much like. It's this level of patience. And then to have, oh, I love this. Now we have the Fool and the Six of Pentacles. Yes, this is really good. We love the Fool. The Fool is Uranus. This is about fresh hope and taking chances and new paths and adventures and a new beginning, uncharted territory. You know, and the Fool is not foolish. The Foolish is actually quite brilliant, because the Fool is able, right? Uranus is very, very smart. Uranus is able to take all of the information, right, and process it and figure out what is the best step for the future. I might never have stepped on this road in this way before, but this is a very future-focused energy. And it's thinking things through. Again, I really like it. And then we have the Six of Pentacles, which is great, because this is about giving and receiving. So it's giving and receiving help. It's generosity. I do like this. This is a Moon and Taurus energy. So its Moon is, I feel, and Taurus is very generous. So you're going to be in this space of generosity where you're giving, but you're getting back. There are no one-way streets here, Scorpio. I really like it. Yes. Very nice. Very nice. I like this very much for you guys. Very nice. So let me just pull a couple of closing energies with the lights here. Any last minute energy, Spirit, that you think Scorpio needs to understand? We're going to add some astrology dice and an astro card to this. So what do you think would go well with those? Whatever you think. Knight of Wands, beautiful. Nice. New ideas popping, getting away from the toxicity, focusing on fairness, getting in touch with what really gets you going. This is like a lusty free spirit energy. This is all about tapping into your creativity, my friend. Page of Swords is a new idea, new epiphanies popping. This is a new approach. Page of Swords is a new approach. This is really, really nice. I do like it. Now, for some of you, you might be dealing with some prying eyes and a little bit of gossip, and that's okay. Just ignore it. Stay focused on yourself. Stay focused on you and what it is that you have going. Understand what's fair, what's not fair, right? Things that are not fair, that are not driving with you, that are in any way, shape, or form bringing you down, put them on a shelf. Say, you know, I can't right now. Sorry, not today. Not today. Because the Justice energy is that Libra energy, 7th house partnership ruled by Venus. Venus is all about things that we value. Value things that are equitable in a relationship. Value communication. Value your ability to work right now and make a living. Value your creativity. Value your sense of self-worth. This is really, you know what I love about this energy right now that I'm feeling is... Scorpio, I feel like you guys have not been feeling very good about yourselves. I feel like you've been feeling not good about yourself. I don't need to say it any other way. I just feel like some of you guys have been taking a beating, and perhaps beating yourself up, or maybe some sort of a negative situation that you've been exposed to where you haven't been feeling your best self. You've been feeling a little down about yourself, not good about yourself. But then we have the Knight of Wands. It's all about getting in touch with this creativity. Now, some of you may be meeting a Knight of Wands, which is like somebody you're very attracted to, somebody really fun, exciting, feel very motivated to move forward with them. But as a general energetic influence, it is just that. It's this beautiful energy, these ideas popping, and you being focused on your self-value, self-worth, things being handled in an equitable way. Because whatever you were in, it was no good. Meaning, not that it was no good, that's such a blanket, broad statement. Whatever you were in, the job, family connection, friendship, relationship, if you're still in it, it could be better. This is going to be a season of leveling up. And it truly is, guys. I'm not joking. Like, it's going to start now. You're going to start to really feel it November into December, and then really full by like January. So there's a lot of really awesome energy rolling out, no kidding. So that now, for those of you who've been in a very toxic relationship, this is getting away from the toxicity, getting on the Chariot and getting on your rightful path. Chariot is connected to Cancer, which is that fourth house energy of home, roots, family, things that make us feel safe, loved, and nurtured, right? And whatever it is, whatever this toxicity is that you're moving away from, you're not going to get it there. For a lot of you, this has to do with work. A lot of you are going to be very focused on your day-to-day work environment right now. And you're going to be leaving something that's toxic in an attempt to build something a lot healthier for yourself. Now, when I say healthy and more grounded, I mean like, guys, we have to do all kinds of health, right? Body-mind connection, absolutely, right? With Scorpios is what we talk about. Yeah, for sure. So, and you want to pay attention to your health, Scorpio. You want to pay attention to your health. And I always say that whenever Scorpio has anything hanging in that sixth house ever, you know, we have Mars retrograde in there, which is the warrior planet. Pluto does tend to rule the underworld. And that's where any kind of illness, now not to say that anything's going to happen to you, but if you're dealing with some sort of anxiety or depression, you really want to pay attention to it and do things that make you feel good. I know that sounds really kind of cheesy, but do something that really makes you feel good. Like, seriously, whatever it is, eat a good meal, call up a friend, go for a walk, go, you know, work out. You know, movement is really going to be good for you here. But anyway, a really good reading, I think, guys, for sure, for this end of September as we get you ready to go into retrograde. So we have first house of self, yep. That's you getting yourself ready for the Mercury retrograde in your sign. It's going to be a good one. And then we have Pisces, right? Pisces is all about the wizard. It's the mystic, right? You're going to be very focused on the mysticism within you. And I really feel like that too, right? Especially, I don't know, just because you have these energies that are Mars retrograde in your sixth house. It's opposing your 12th house. So you're going to be feeling this opposition with your wishes and what it is that you really want for yourself. And then we have the North Node energy. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the North Node is Gemini, and you have the stellium happening in your third house, which is Gemini. So I feel like you guys are going to be learning new ways of communication, learning something new about yourself, about your partner, about what it is that you want to do in your life. There's this new something that you're absolutely learning right now. There's no question to me. Okay, and we're focused on the opposition. That's exactly what I was saying. Okay, so like you're going to be focused on, I don't want to confuse you guys, but you're going to be focused on, let's go and say your everyday, day-to-day work environment and your health, as well as what it is that you ultimately want to do with your life. What is your ultimate wish? You guys are also going to be getting ready to do some work between what it is that you feel and present in relationship versus what it is that you receive in relationship, whether it's partnership, business, intimate, whatever it is. And then you're also going to be dealing with this energetic exchange between the third house of learning, communicating, being the student, and that ninth house of being the teacher. So there's going to be this assessment over releasing something that you thought to be true, that maybe is not serving you anymore, or having these realizations about somebody in a new way that you're realizing maybe you didn't know all the information of a situation. And being a lot more open-minded is really what this allows. So but it's about balance, right? Whenever we deal with our opposing energies, it's about balancing, right? And interacting and confronting and making things conscious and manifesting and being very disciplined, right, in this particular area. So my friends, that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.